Yeah, happy holidays, everybody. All's good here in Florida. Sunny. Turkey went down. Took us till the third quarter to get it run off, but third quarter we really got it going. Maybe one of the best quarters I've ever been associated with. And then held on. Day one, subbed a little bit too early. Probably had some rotations in there we hadn't worked with. They made a little run. We recovered and put away what I think is going to end up being a really good team.
Paul, go ahead.
Hey, let's start with that third quarter. I think on earlier you were talking about the pace. You got the pace you wanted. Was it just a situation where you thought waiting for that to kick in a little bit?
Yeah, it kicked in at halftime. I know how hard it was for us to simulate off season, and having that game on Wednesday night really proved to be beneficial for us. There was no yelling, screaming, scraping paint off the wall in here at halftime. We found ourselves up 2 on a really, really good team, but everybody in the room even before we walked in was talking about, hey, we had the pace right. Now we just got to clean some stuff up and execute a little bit better. And when that all came together, defense led to offense led to attacking the paint and pitching. And, 37, it's hard to get 37 in 10 minutes shooting it without a defense out there. So a lot of energy in that, a lot of good people doing a lot of good things, and then built a comfortable enough lead that we could manage the fourth quarter.
Jason, go ahead.
Just the job Amber did, especially there in that third, to kind of get the offense rolling.
Yeah, and just, she had a really good matchup. We kind of thought they'd put the Rocket kid on Chelsea, but they ended up putting her on Amber. So picked on her a little bit there at the first. Amber got the first 3 shots of the game. I think she made her first 8 shots, Mario was telling me. But that's what they decided to give us. I guess maybe they watched the film from the other night and said, hey, she went 1 for 10. Let's see. And she certainly took advantage of her opportunities. I thought once we started getting into attack mode, I thought we settled a little bit early on, and we were trying to take really, really hard shots. Then when we started taking easy shots, but Amber's always a stabilizing force, whether it's with her offense or with her words, and that's that valuable seniorness, leadership, great teammate. How that comes out and how it carries over to the court.
Russell, go ahead.
Did your pace pick up in the third quarter, or was it just a matter of the shots going down?
We played, you're right, we played about the same pace, but yeah, it's because we were making shots that the number grew, but that drives us. Once we make 1 or 2, then it's like, okay, let's go again. So I'll have to go back and look, but I bet we played a few more possessions, maybe 4 or 5 more possessions, but probably a result of us finally rebounding it a little bit. We gave up 19 offensive rebounds, which – as long as we end up with about the same number of shots, we're okay with that. But that's something we can really clean up that could make that a 25 or a 30-point game instead of a 15-pointer. But I think you're right. It wasn't a drastically different pace. Made shots makes it feel that way.
Paul, go ahead.
I was going to ask about Aaron Barnum off the bench, and then also you got to the line more, which is, I know, something you always want to do. You're 19 of 20 from the foul line in the second half.
And that's the way the game was going to start to get called. I mean, it was a lot of adjusted to the hand checking and arm barring and what was, and once we saw that, that's when our eyes light up because we're pretty good at doing that. So it got a little choppy. It made the game a little choppy, but I thought we were in some foul trouble. Amber picks up too quick. Mac ends up fouling out. Chelsea had some foul issues. Taylor. But that's where that quality depth now, and I said this on the radio, and I hadn't said it to y'all yet, I don't think. The biggest thing Erin Barnum has done this summer is gain her teammates' confidence. The kids now know that it's not like a sub coming in. It's like, okay, here's a different way to attack them. Jalen Mason immediately said, hey, Coach, when she checks in, let's run flash and do this, and Erin's so good at those things. And then Erin defensively gets her hands on a lot of balls. She blocks some shots. She tips balls around. And it's, I was about to take her out of the game. She made a really bad decision on one end. She sprints down the other end of the floor, blocks a shot, controls it, drives it the length of the floor, and lays it back in from the spot where she just made the mistake. So 2 for 1 we'll always get. Okay, you get to stay. You just made up for it. So it's been great to see that. You could see it from her in high school. You saw her play in high school, and you knew it was there. It's now a matter. She's got her teammates' confidence.
Jason, go ahead.
You talked about the rebound. I'm looking at the turnovers. You guys forced 19, scored 26 off the 19. That you had 10, and they only scored 8. So it's kind of a big difference there too in the game.
Yeah, and that's how we survive giving up boards. you know, and that's that trade-off. We're not very big, so they're going to out-rebound us. They just can't do both things. They can't out-rebound us and out-turnover us. So able to keep our number down, you know, 10 is not – I think we took 90-something shots if you combine field goals and free throws. And if we're in a 1 to 10, you know, like a 90-10 ratio there, 9 to 10 ratio or 1 out of 10, however you want to look at it, that's going to give us a chance. We've got to clean up some of those rebounding, though, because it just makes it so hard when you guard, and they shoot and miss it and then just lay it back in. So certainly an area we can improve on. And that's the key formula to staying close to people that are going to out-rebound us.
Russell, go ahead. Last one.
Florida Gulf Coast tomorrow. You mentioned on the radio that their style's a little different. Explain what you mean there.
5 out, all 5 kids will shoot and make threes. They've got – I mean, it's just they're going to shoot it as fast as we do, maybe faster sometimes. This is definitely a game that's going to be over 100 possessions. You're going to have to score to win this game. I mean, you can guard these guys and still look up and they've got 80, 85. So it's a unique style. Carl is known nationwide. People fly in here from all levels, all genders, all countries to talk to him about offense. So it is a challenge because of the way we scheme defense. We really put a lot of pride in preparing, and you cannot go over everything they do. They can just do so many different things with the variety of players. And it's going to be interesting to see them play. They've got a really good player that's a transfer from Ohio State that they're waiting for a wording of a transfer on. And if you interject her into the game, it completely changes the perspective a little bit. So we'll be waiting on our test results every morning and an announcement of who they're playing. But it's a fun style. It'd be a fun game to watch tomorrow for sure.
All right, guys. That'll do it. Thank you.
All right, boys. Do you need to record something or stop it? Or?
Stop it.
Do you get to go to the beach, or you got to stay in the hotel?
Nah, I'll go to the beach. I'll let the kids go. If we were gonna do that, we'll go play in some place that's cold and desolate. You bring them places like this, you gotta let them go.
Yeah, I just didn't know what
they'll
restrictions.
do it. I'm gonna go watch Maryland play here. I'm a gym rat, but I got on the beach a little bit. I'm not a water guy, but I like to be out around it. I'm a pool guy. I'm a pool, sit by the pool and, you know, enjoy that.